What's up? This Big Psych, man. The voice, right? And here it is, man. Today, man. You know what? You know what I want to talk about, man? My man Freaksco. Oh, excuse me, Esco. Kid, the baby brother to the notorious Aunt Glizzy, right? And what I want to say about Esco is, right? My inside man just told me, man, right? The inside man, right? That's on the inside. He was locked up with Esco. So he said, Psych, man, you know Esco is a freaky shooter, right? So I said, man, hold on now, freaky shooters, they like dipping and dabbing in the LGBT pool, right? He said, nah, he's a sniper. I said, what's a sniper, right? They said, man, the man likes to go up to motherfucking medical, right? You know what medical is, where you go see the doctors and all that. But in medical, there are nurses, right? So they say, man, you know, Esco, first off, Esco, you know, when you come into the jail, right, they give you a bedroll. And in your bedroll, you got underwear, you got 2 pair of underwear, 2 pair of socks, long johns, you know, all the things you need, you know, the shirts, right, the white shirts. Esco took all his drawers, right, his socks and his t-shirts, and he shoved them in his long johns to make a pillow. So if you take all your underwear and put it in your long johns to make a pillow, right, this means you don't have any underwear on. And that's what Esco was doing. The whole time incarcerated, Esco walked around with no drawers on. Right. And that motherfucker orange jumper, right? And he had punker seats on. You know, we call punker seats, y'all might call them bus shoes, or in your state you might call them slides, or, you know, those are the orange jail shoes that you Dexes. They call Dexes. Vans made something. That's why my head like, who the fuck would want to wear Vans? Because Vans look just like jail shoes to me, right? And a lot of people like me. But Esco was walking around with his jail Vans on, with no socks, no drawers, right? You know, one of his cellies said that, you know, Esco used to have to wash out his jumper pants because, you know, he used to work out and walk around with no drawers. You don't see had shit stains in the back of his motherfucking jumper, right? Fuck me up. I was like, oh, listen, man, I'm just the blogger. Don't shoot the messenger, right? Fuck me up. So what Esco would do, they say Esco used to, you know, they say one day Esco did wear some socks. And in his sock, they seemed like a little bowl, right? So they be like, oh, shit, Esco must have caught some drugs or got some weed or some tobacco. Got, you know, in jail, you get tobacco, you put it in a little piece of plastic, tie the knot, put it in your sock, right? They thinking it's something to smoke or snort or whatever the fuck they thought it was. So they like, what's that, Esco? Esco was like, man, it's Vaseline, right? So they like, Esco, what is you doing with Vaseline? Going to the infirmary. He like, nah, my lips be chapped. So one day, they say Esco walking past in handcuffs with the lieutenant. And they're like, where you going, Esco? He's like, I'm going to the hole. They say, what you going to the hole for? The hole is the shoe lockdown. The lockdown, you 23-1. They say, Esco said, I'm going to the hole because I blew somebody up in medical. So you know what blowing somebody up mean in our terminology. He stabbed somebody or got in a fight with somebody. So when they got Esco to the hole, the lieutenant come to pack his property up in the unit, and the lieutenant was like, yeah, you know, he was up there busting heads. So he really blew somebody up. He really, in D.C., busting heads mean flashing a nurse, female nurse, sometimes freaky shooters like to flash the males too. But the female nurse, female COs. So this whole, so come to find out, Esco was over the jail that whole time he was over there, sneaking to medical to flash his wee out on them nurses, man. Yep, that's him. Old freaky shooter Esco himself, man. Yeah, but you know what? You know what, Slim? I'm gonna say this, right? I would rather someone flash a woman, right? No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not, because that's irate, right? When Esco was doing that, he was raping them women's eyes. Because if a woman don't ask to see your penis, Ain't no reason your penis is outside your pants. Right? I'm saying, what y'all think? If she doesn't ask to see it or doesn't give you some kind of indication that she wants to see it, do you believe that a man's penis should be outside of his pants? Right? That's a form of rape, right? Sexual assault, right? Maybe, no, maybe so. I don't know. But listen, I never tried it myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, but, you know. So, but this, with all due respect to Esco, this was the thing to do, though. This was like, over the jail, female COs won't even look at you because they know, they expect somebody to whip their private out on them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they traumatized and they train them. Like when you walk past cells or you see inmates that's, you know, hiding behind corners or doors, do not look in that direction because 9 times out of 10, they had their penis out. This is what they you know, this is the stigma that they put on the incarcerated males, especially coming from the DMV. They left, and then they left DC, they'll leave DC jail and took it to the feds. So now in the feds, they classified us as, you know, perverts. So out the feds, when they see 007, we aren't able to look at a female for a long time. You know, we aren't able to, you know, have certain pants on that are too tight where you can see a bulge. You know, it's a lot of things that, you know, DC inmates have forced the feds to change the policies and rules and tighten up because of, you know, the sexual acts, right? You know, the indecent exposures, that's what it's called. The indecent exposures, right? So, but Esco, with all, you know, with all that to the side, Esco's a pretty good dude, though. And you know what? Me and Esco sit in the DM and laugh and joke all day. That's my bid. Like, his brother is my bid, but Esco is my true bid because Esco, you know, and he just seems smarter and, you know, he's more of a man than his brother is. You see what I'm saying? And I get along with all the men, right? I don't get into it with men. I don't have issues with men. If we have a misunderstanding or disagreement as men, we're going to have some type of dialogue and we're going to build and we're going to leave that alone, right? I get into it with suckers, right? Suckers don't like me. And that's why his brother don't like me. But they don't like me, you know why? Because I'm a man, right? And they shouldn't like me. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to allow them to be a sucker. You know what I'm saying? But Esco, right, the freaky shooter, right, Donkey off of Shrek. Y'all ever see a picture of Esco? I got to show y'all. But Donkey off of Shrek, right, he's funny, man. He's funny, man. You know what I mean? I hope you know what? I want somebody to start. One of y'all need to go start a beef on Instagram or YouTube, Esco. And you're going to see how he likes to be. Now, listen now. Esco started to make me think he was a little sex serious. Because, you know, it's a difference. Where we come from is something called sex games, where we talk jokes or we crack little sex jokes, right? Then you got sex serious, where the jokes are leading to him wanting to have sex with you, right? When he was going at Chulo, you know, the little guy from Atlanta, you know what I mean, that kept being on Aunt Glizzy Live, you know, even Chulo himself said, man, Esco, you're gay. Like, you are, like, and I started to believe, like, being just an observer, like, Esco might be a little zesty. Like, he might want a little, you know, because every time him and Chulo are on live together, Esco is in horny mode. Like, I don't know if it's the weed he smokes. I don't know if it's the liquor he's drinking, but it makes him horny. And the first thing he gets to talking about is, yeah, Kulo, I want to do this with you, Kulo. Kulo, let's have, you know, and it's a regular, you know, zesty shit going on. This big psych, man. Tap in.